love that little frog, especially because it's pink. That's what it's all about this hour. It's Pink Frog Crafts, and it's the second live hour today with a very, very, very wonderful guest who's back in the studio with us. It's our very own Dawn. Very busy show this morning, Dawn.
It was a very busy show this morning,
7 o'clock, bright and early.
It was very bright and early. I didn't get much sleep. I was far too excited.
I am not surprised. We have got some real treats for everybody. Now, there's something I do want to say before we get moving, because something that was very, very busy this morning was the photo glue. Now, we haven't got an awful lot left as it stands at the moment. It is limited stock. So I'm telling you about that right now. You're getting 3 tubes, 100 millilitres of each. Look at this here, only $11.97. Now, you are going to want this, I promise you. If you don't know what this show is about yet, you will want this. Make sure you get that in your baskets. Check it out. 272177 is the item number there. I don't know what's going to happen if that goes, but limited stock. Right, let's get to it. Shall we talk to Dawn a little bit? Because, Dawn, we're talking about folios, we're talking about albums, we're talking about keepsakes. We have got some incredible deals for everybody, haven't we? We
have. What a Pink Frog we like to do is to give you great products so you can make great finished items, but we're not taking your creativity away. You can use your creativity. So with these memory folios, this is a totally new idea from me, okay? 12 by 12 in size, nice and big. If you were just to put, Kathryn, 6x4 photos in, and remember, today's photos are tomorrow's memories, you could get about 108 in there.
Wow.
So it's a lot. But obviously, don't just think of photos now. Think of photos past. Think of your memorabilia.
Yes.
You know, there's so many ways these can be used. And the brown, the true brown and the true ivory, and this true ivory is new in the acid and lignin-free range. It's just exquisite. I just think it looks elegant, it looks nostalgic, it just looks so rich. I think you will agree, won't you?
I certainly do agree. I think there's a warmth about this. Do you know, I'm being very careful how I hold this up, because there's so many pages that will fold out, and I can't do it with just 2 hands holding all of this. Thank you, Dawn, because, oh wow, look inside here. Isn't that just amazing? We are looking at the folio set here with instructions for the true brown and the true ivory. There's another album I do want to show, and also the card together, Dawn, because of course you can decide which way around you put it. We've almost got the brown, the true brown framing there, haven't we? But you can have it the other way around, so you've got the ivory framing and the brown as the main pages. Absolutely beautiful.
And you're going to get all the instructions and cutting guide in with your kit. So you've got everything to get started. I've actually laminated mine, Kathryn. So if I bring mine in, I've actually laminated them. But this is what you're going to get. So you're going to get your instruction sheet, and it's double-sided. And I've done it step by step, as simply as I can. And then you're going to get a cutting and scoring guide as well.
Okay.
So I always laminate mine. Then I've got them in my craft room. They're not going to get messy.
And if they do, you can wipe them clean.
You can.
I absolutely love it. Let me just show you this one the other way around. Now, you're getting enough cardstock here to make 4 albums. This one has got the pull-out page. Again, I'm being very careful. I don't want to pull it out and drop the book, but you can see there, a little pocket has been formed. So however you use this, wow, this is just incredible. You can put all sorts of memories in there. Use them for all sorts of occasions. New memories, old memories, as you say, memorabilia as well.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Oh, don't miss out. $23.99. Over half of the stock has already gone. Of course, we're going to see much more of this. Remember, it does include those instructions. You don't have to worry about writing anything down today. It's all going to be there for you. Now, we do have another option, because we've got the black and we've got the white as well. Now, there is a big difference here. I'm going to actually pick up the black and the white, put them together that way. Of course, you can use them the other way around. I'm going to put together the brown and the ivory as well, the true brown with the ivory, so that you can see those together. Hopefully you can see a difference. There's the warmth about the brown with the ivory. You've got a little bit more, I would say it is a little bit more stark, the black and white, but it depends what you're putting in your book.
Exactly. It's everybody's personal preference.
Of course.
Definitely. You know, both colour choices will go with the majority of pattern papers if you want to choose to use scrapbook papers to put in your album. But also you can stamp and use your inks on both.
Exactly that. And I'm thinking as well, maybe you've got a wedding and maybe there's been a monochrome theme to it. Maybe you've had black and white, or you want to use a pop of colour in with the black and white. So you have got that choice as well. So if you're going for the true black and the true white, same price, £23.99, still getting those instructions. 177925 is the item number. You've definitely got the choice here. You can go for both. There's nothing to stop you doing that. That means you could make 8 books.
Well, the thing is, if you're going to do them like you've shown here, Kathryn, where it's the ivory and the true brown, like that, the 2 lots of cardstock, you're going to make 2 like that. Okay?
Yeah.
But the crafters are savvy out there.
Well, they are.
We want to make things stretch. And at Pink Frog, we like to give you value for money, but we do not skimp on the quality, as you well know. So what you can do is, if you wish to add your pattern papers, and this is what Heather's done here, one of my design team ladies, Heather. This is just with the ivory and adding scrapbook paper. So rather than the double matting, this is single matting. So by doing it this way, you can make 4. But you can also add your scrapbook papers with your double matting as well, and take it to another level. So the double matting with the scrapbook papers looks good. So if you're not one that's a stamper and an inker and you think, oh no, that's not for me, it's a lot of work, use your scrapbook papers. They're acid and lignin free and you can use them.
Do you know, I'm going to say something here, Dawn, and if you're not sure, I would definitely, if you can afford to, go for both. Go for the true brown with the ivory and go for the black with the white as well, because I'm just looking at the paper that you've got there, the scrapbook paper. I think that, because it's such a beautiful colour, it's one of my favourite colourways. But if you put that with the black and white, I don't think it would work quite the same.
It would not look the same,
It wouldn't, would it? And we've all got our favourite papers at home that we've been saving for something special, and you will not realise which one's going to suit best until you put those papers together. So I would say, if you can, go for both options. This is going to be very addictive, Dawn, I can see that. They
are. At Pink Frog, you know, with me at Pink Frog, I've bought you the memory books.
Yeah.
And they proved very popular, and there again I designed it that it was done in a simple way, so if you had never made a memory book or a mini scrapbook in your life, you could quite easily. And they were very popular, and people have messaged me and they have multi-bought, and they are addicted. They should come with a health warning, a crafty health warning, that yes, they are very addictive and they make great gifts. This is the other nice thing. You know, I hate to say the C word, but Christmas will be approaching. Wouldn't it be lovely to gift something? Do you know, it really would.
Not only that, those people that are very, very difficult to buy for, whether it's male or female, I don't think anybody would throw that back in your face, would they? They would say, this is the most incredible gift, it's got memories behind it, or maybe it's something they're going to build on as well. Maybe they've got little keepsakes they can put in there. Mix it up. I don't think there's anybody who would receive a gift like this, Dawn, who would not be absolutely blown away.
No, and the thing is, you're not just gifting a beautiful album, you've created it, you're gifting your time.
Yes.
Because you've spent the time and put in the care into making it. And I think you'll agree, the samples that, you know, Hazel's helped me out, Heather's helped me out, I've done some as well. They are exquisite and they are just very professionally done. And it's down to the quality of the products.
Oh, right. Well, I'll tell you what, we are getting very, very busy for all colours, for both options here. Please, if you can go for both, I certainly would. You will be using those favourite papers. You will find a use for both. Now, something else just to let you know about as well. We did say limited stock on the photo glue. It has actually sold out. But we've made the phone calls. We have managed to get hold of some more stock on extended delivery from the 27th of September. And thinking of the date today, that's not far away, is it? That's only next Monday. Really? It is, isn't it? It's next Monday. Oh, my goodness. Where's this month gone? Right, so make sure you do get that in your baskets as well, because you will be needing that. We'll talk to Dawn a little bit more about the glue later, because it is very, very important. Now, we have got lots more for you as well, so let's move down. We're staying with the true ivory for the moment, because do you know, it has got that warmth about it. This is going to work with so many of your papers, so many beautiful colours. It's a brand new colour today as well. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't like to say this in a sense, but I'm going to say it because it's so true. It's not a dirtier colour.
Oh,
because
no.
you can get sort of creams that look a little bit off.
Yes.
And they look a little bit grubby. It doesn't. This is an ivory. It is absolutely beautiful. 40 sheets, 290 GSM, only £10.99. These are A4, of course. 280294 is the item number. And of course, Dawn, you can use this for everything because, you know, you can still put your inks on there. You can emboss it, you can fold it, you can score it, you can die cut it, you can do all those different things. And you've got it for your album making or your folios as well.
You can use it for your albums. You can use it for your cards. If you've got, say, a wedding coming up. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Absolutely elegant if you're into making your invitations.
Definitely.
You know, thinking ahead.
Definitely. What a great price at just £10.99 as well. Then, of course, if we've got the ivory for you, we're going to offer the white as well. That's what we've got next. So we'll give you the item number for this one. Let's bring those details up. 40 sheets again, same weight, 280 GSM, 819040. New today again, and as this particular bundle, £10.99 is the price again there for you. So maybe you want to add those extra little fold-out pages. You certainly can do. Those, think ahead, think of all the projects. Don't just think about the folios, don't just think about your cards, just think that you're going to use this cardstock for all of those projects and far beyond as well. Now, we have got much more for you. So, we've got another size. We've seen the 12 by 12. We've now got the landscape or portrait folios for you. Now, this is a bundle again. This is the larger size. So, we're looking at here, of course, the true white and the true black. Dawn, this is why you said at the beginning, I believe, that we don't want to sort of stop anybody's creativity. Sometimes we want to work landscape, sometimes we want to work portrait. This allows us to do both.
Exactly. We bought these square memory books to start with in the large, which was 8-inch, and the medium one, which was 6. And then I introduced, with the help of Pink Frog, with their beautiful card sizes, this other format. So we've got the large portrait landscape. So the choice is yours. If you turn it around the other way, Kathryn, I think it's gone upside down. So.
Oh, is that a little pocket on the side?
No,
it is, isn't
turn,
it?
That's it.
That way.
It's book style. No, round the other way. Portrait. Do a 360, 90. That's it.
That way.
That's
so that lifts up. Right.
That lifts up.
I was
So you've got
thinking,
your
well,
pocket.
surely it's going to go either way. But it's how the pocket works on the pages.
It's how the pocket works.
Got you.
So on the pocket always sort of comes up.
Yeah.
So on the portrait, your pocket comes up.
So you've got your actual pocket bit at the bottom,
Yes.
and your flap at the top there.
And of course your pocket's got a photo mat in it. You could quite easily add memorabilia to that. You know, if you've had a day out or a holiday, you can add tickets, you know, anything, little notes, anything you like can be added to that.
How many pages have we got in this one
It's got
Dawn?
8 pages.
Okay.
Okay, so in the kit you're going to get enough to make 4 albums, 2 in black and 2 in white.
Okay.
The only choice you've got to make is, do you want to do it portrait? Or do you want to do it landscape?
I'm going to check this one before I show it you. Have I got it the right way up,
Yes,
Dawn?
you have.
Yes. Phew. So the little pocket bit is where the spine is. So this is obviously the landscape way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see how that works so beautifully.
And you get your instructions in it again, Kathryn.
Yep.
You get your instructions and your cutting guide all in with the kit. So you've got everything you need to get going.
Love it. Love it. Only £20.99. This is the larger size, remember. We've got more coming up. 215985 is the item number. Now, we've got the medium size next, so we'll have a look at that. In fact, I'm going to just borrow the larger size of the album just for a second so we can compare these as well. Now, different item number for the medium, obviously different sizes, but you've still got portrait, you've still got landscape. Let me just pick up this and make sure I've got it the right way up. Yes. I'm going to blame Adam, you know, because I picked it up the way it was stood, so somebody had put it upside down.
Yeah, it must have been Adam.
So this is the medium that I'm holding in my hand right now. If I just compare this next to the large, you will see the difference in size. Now, if I just open that spine so you can see it properly. Now, that's another thing that you mentioned to me earlier, Dawn, when we had our little meeting. If you want to post, you can make these much flatter for posting.
Yes, you can just twist the spine. It will not harm it at all. So if you wanted to put it in a jiffy bag to post off as a gift.
So you would literally just go like that. Is that right?
Yes, if you hold it on its side, people can see how thick it is.
Let me just hold it like that so you can see. That makes a big difference if I just pop that back out again. Look at that. Did I do that okay, Dawn?
You did, you did.
Oh, thank goodness. If you want to go for the medium, you've got the choice there. You certainly have. Again, if you want to go for large and medium, different item numbers, but you can go for whatever you wish. Whatever we've got the stocks. 205451 is the item number, only $15.99. Now, something else we do have on the end of the counter, and I do want to bring this into view for you because I think Dawn's going to use these in demonstration. We've got the most beautiful poppy stamps. They're absolutely glorious. Only $14.95, and you've got 8 stamps there. 562 526 is the item number. So you've got sentiments in there, you've got the poppy heads, you've also got the stems. Oh, you can break these apart as well. Mask areas off, absolutely beautiful. What a lovely counter of goodies we've got.
We have.
We certainly have. Now, we've got 7-day savers for you as well. Let's tell you about some of those. Now, something we do have as a 7-day saver, very, very nice to get this in your baskets as well. We've got the watercolour card, 40 sheets there, $9.99. This is half price, £10 saving. 515439 is the item number. I don't know if Dawn's going to be using that or not. She may be, but pop it into your baskets. Make sure you're stocked up while we've got the discounts for you. Now, we are very, very busy, and I can tell you, I am not surprised. The true brown and the ivory are extremely busy. It was so busy this morning. You are absolutely loving it. Brand new today. I'm just going to, while I'm here, because I don't want to get to Dawn as quickly as possible, but just to pick these up again so you can see the combinations. So if you want the brown at the back and the main pages as the ivory, you certainly can do. And of course, you can also do that the other way around as well. So you have got those choices. Extend on your kit using your papers, your scrapbook papers. $23.99, 429219 is the item number. Right, Dawn, I'm going to hand it to you next.
Right, I wanted to also bring up, this is all acid and lignin free.
Yes.
So if we're working with our scrapbooking, this is perfect.
Of course.
Because this is going to preserve everything.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about true colours, it means the bleach has been taken out. And I just wanted to share this little card with you because many of the Pink Frog customers will be used to the super smooth.
Yeah.
But can you see the slight difference in colour with the true white and the super smooth?
Oh, yes.
This is the watercolour here at the end, but can you see the slight difference?
Yes, the super smooth looks a little bit more grey, doesn't it?
Yes. And the true white has had that bleach taken out, and that's what's made it acid and lignin free.
Do you know, that's a lovely way to show us that.
It's just to bring across to customers, because I don't want Pink Frog customers to think, oh, well, this is the same as Super Smooth.
Yeah.
Super Smooth is not acid and lignin free.
That is
so
very
you're
important.
aware.
I'm really pleased you've got that in. Thank you, Dawn, for that.
But I want to just do a quick walkthrough before we get started.
Yeah, fine.
Because to really show this out. Now, this is an album, or a folio, memory folio, I should say, that Hazel Eaton has made for me as a sample. Now, Hazel's not into her mini books.
Is she not?
Not really, but she said, I'm going to make you one of those. And I think she loved every minute. I think you will see why.
Do you know what? Just looking at the results on the front cover, you can see how much she's enjoyed putting that together.
Now, all this ink has gone on that true ivory.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will take a certain amount of ink, okay, without buckling or warping.
Yeah.
And this then turns it, I think this is a bit like a sort of journal.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I've not seen inside this until you're just opening it now.
That's why I wanted to open it up, just to show you a different way. So just bringing in your stamps, your sprays. You can use your Pearly Wink sprays, but do not use the mica ones because they aren't acid and lignin free. Your plain colours are.
Every product that we buy, Dawn, should it tell us on the packaging if it's acid and lignin free?
Yes,
so just check the packaging.
Yeah.
How stunning is this?
But I just wanted to share with you what you can do. You can go to town on your inking and stamping if that's what you like. This is why this is going to appeal to so many different people. You know, it's just beautiful. But you've got this big pocket. So if I slide this in here, this big pocket goes right down to the bottom. So you've got loads of room there for your memorabilia. Yeah. Okay, it can all go in there. That's just one side, Kathryn. And then we go this side and opening it up. You can have fun with all those techniques. But again, you've got a nice big pocket that goes all the way.
I love that
to
drippy effect. Look
the
at
spine.
that. Onto the cream card again.
Yes, this is onto the ivory card. And then by opening it up, again, we've got big spaces for scrapbook layouts if you choose to do it. But then we've got like waterfall effect.
Yeah.
And the waterfall effect, as you saw, if you didn't see this morning's show, do watch it on catch up. You'll see that you can have these either way round.
Okay.
All right. So that's just showing you a sample of it done with all the inks. But as you can see, you can quite easily go in with your scrapbook papers as well. All right.
Beautiful.
So I just thought I'd share that with you.
The true brown of the ivory is absolutely gorgeous.
I know. But I thought we'd put together the album in the morning show. So if you haven't watched it, you can watch that on catch up. Let's do a little bit of a technique.
Oh, yes, please.
Because I want to show you what else this cardstock's going to do, Kathryn.
Oh, so it's not just about making your pages and then applying the ink on top once you've made those pages.
No. Now, we're going to do a faux leather technique. So that is the technique that I've used up here on the album here that I did of my dad's. And this is using this true cardstock, okay? So sometimes I've normally done this just with craft card. And I thought, I'm going to try it out. Just see what it does, you know, because you have to test products, don't you?
Of course you do. And you don't find out until you do test them, do you?
You don't.
And usually you'll find you've created a bit of magic.
Well, this
in your case, Dawn.
Well, I found something I didn't know it could do. So in here, I've just got some glycerin and water.
Yeah.
Now, the glycerin is just glycerin you buy from your chemist. Okay. You can buy it. I think you can get it over the counter, but I think it's available in just on the shelves.
Can you buy glycerin from the supermarket in the cake area?
The cake glycerin is a bit dearer.
Is it? Oh, right.
The one from the chemist is a lot cheaper.
Go to the chemist and put your spare pennies towards some more cardstock. That's what I say.
So, and then just go in with your hands. Have some fun. Okay, what I'm doing is, in my bottle, I've got 1 part glycerin to 6 parts water, approximately.
Yeah.
You don't have to measure it out, just by eye, you know.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing is, I'm getting this liquid to soak in to this paper.
Okay, because obviously it's very porous, it's made of fibres, isn't it?
Well, this is it. When we're scoring, we're changing the memory of a paper.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to do with this as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to go in again on the other side. And this is what I was talking about, the fact that the paper will take quite a lot.
You know, can see that.
Now, you want it super smooth, yes.
Yeah.
Pink Frog super smooth, not a problem. Watercolour, not a problem. But now, this is opening it to a totally different level, isn't it?
Well, it really is. Do you know, I would do this technique, Dawn, and keep these to hand, because you never know when you want a little bit of sort of distressed or leather, faux leather-looking paper for your projects.
Exactly. I've used one on the one of the albums over there, Kathryn, using the True Blue.
Oh, so you have. I might go and grab that.
So even with your true colours, even though they're acid and lignin-free, you can use them. Okay. So just spraying on again. Till you're happy, you're starting to get it. You will start to all of a sudden start to see some of the fibres coming to the surface, little bubbles. That's when you know you're ready to scrunch.
Okay, so watch out for those fibres, and as soon as you see them, do what you're doing. Oh, that looks so satisfying,
Just go
Dawn.
for it. It's honestly, I can have a session in the craft room. I could do a few of these, and I would recommend when you do them that you leave them to dry naturally.
Yeah, okay.
And I normally leave them to dry overnight. Then I'm going to open it.
Oh, I can see somebody's upset you one day. Just go in your craft room and create a load of these.
But this is where you can, like, I'm going to mop up what's on my desk here. I'm just going to take this.
You really are.
I'm going to put
forming texture there, aren't you?
You are. Now, you know, we often talk about taking it to card making. Think about your men's cards.
Definitely. Well, I'm thinking of your gift bags as well when it's
dry.
Oh,
gift bags, yes. So you're just going to keep screwing and screwing, then you're just going to gently...
I know it'd look great. If you make a travel journal or your folio, because you can make it look like an old battered suitcase.
Yes, and because this has got that nostalgic vintage look with the brown and the ivory, oh yes. Oh, now you see. Now, I think that is enough.
Dawn, I've got a question.
Go on then.
See, my brain's working overtime.
Go on
now.
then.
I've already had my good idea for today, but I
All
might
right then,
just
you've
have
got another one.
I'm hoping. Do you know, when you've done this, whether you could stitch through it?
Now, I think you could.
I thought you were going to say no then.
No,
I'm so pleased. You said you think you could.
I think you could, because that's when it's wet.
Yeah.
Okay, at this stage, this is when I would leave this just to dry flat overnight.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and you can scrumple it up as much as you like to get as much texture there.
Okay, yeah.
Let me bring one in that's been dried so you can see the difference. So I've done the same technique and this is dry. Can you see how it's lighter?
Yes.
And actually, can you just pass me a sheet of the brown? Because I bet it's even, might have lost a little bit of colour, but we'll have a look just for my own. Oh, not too much. It's just a little bit lighter, but not too much.
Yeah.
But it's giving you an idea of how the colours are going to work. So that's wet.
Yeah.
That's it crumpled up dry with the glycerin technique. And that's the cardstock in its raw state.
Love it.
Okay. So when you've let it dry overnight, which I'm just going to pop that down there, because let's go in now with a dry one, because we haven't finished there. Let's make this really look like leather. Okay. So let's bring in, just got some distress inks. This is an old one, mind you. I wouldn't recommend using your brand new one.
Okay, too juicy. Not
the fact it's just too juicy, and yes, this is dry, so you shouldn't cross-contaminate, but I just like to use my older ones for this technique because you don't need much. And I'm just rubbing it over the top because it's just going to pick up all the texture. And this is where you can go as strong or not as you like. The choice is entirely yours.
That looks really good.
Okay, so you can put any colour you like. You know, imagine this in the ivory with, say, sort of blue tones going through it. You know, this is where your imagination, again, is the only thing that's going to stop you. You're going to have so much fun with this.
I bet everybody's running off to the chemist after this hour to get some glycerin.
It's great for your hands as well, you know. It makes them lovely and soft.
Well, you get it in hand creaming, don't you?
Yes, you do. Yeah. And I'm just going to put a little bit of gilding wax on here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of gilding wax just to finish it off. So again, just dusting. Hasn't got to be perfect. This is a very distressed, as we say, vintage, rustic look. You know, just bringing that in. But how quick is that to come together to add to your albums?
I really, really want to try stitching through that because I think if you did maybe a lighter brown thread or sort of a biscuity coloured thread on the brown there, so it looked as though you'd got stitch fabric all the way around the edge.
I think you could, honestly. I mean, this is a piece. I mean, you have a feel of that. I'll leave that there. You have a feel of that and see what you think.
Do you know, it doesn't even feel like card. It does feel like a fabric, quite a heavyweight fabric.
It doesn't feel like...
I'm certain you could stitch through that.
Now, if you're going to do this technique...
I love it. I love the effect. Just while I'm holding that, I'm going to bring up the blue one as well, the blue album, just so you can see the difference in the colours. Again, this one's been inked, but you can really see the texture, can't you? I'm loving that bit of gilding wax on there. That's so effective. Fabulous. Love it, love it, love it.
So let's now take that a little step further. So with the one I've done here, I've used it on like the matten layer of my album. Personally, what I would do is do not cut your card until you've done the technique.
Okay.
Because obviously when you're scrumpling it all together, it's going to be a little bit smaller.
Yes.
So I would personally wait until it's all dry to even cut it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the album we started this morning. So we're going to start building up on it. I'm just going to wipe this gilding wax off my hand.
Even if you've got small amounts of the card left, when you've cut into it, if you've got some little scraps, if you were to send that through your die cutting machine with the die, it's going to flatten it, but you're
It
not going to
will.
lose
No.
the detail of the creases, are you?
No.
So can you imagine sort of level up flowers and things like that, or your
Embellishments.
leaves? Yes.
Embellishments, yes. Honestly, you can take this further. And the nice thing is with this true cardstock that's acid lignin free, you can do this with any colour.
Perfect.
You know, it's just brilliant. So that is going to be the base for my album. I won't glue it on, but that gives you an idea. So now
you don't need to really cut that at all, do you? Because it's shrunk in a little bit, it still allows that little bit of border showing.
That has shrunk in enough that I'm quite happy with that. All right, but I'm not going to start trimming because I want to do some stamping and other bits. So let's now take that another step, okay, to the cover. Let's start looking at how we're going to decorate. So I've done a pretend photo because obviously I had a big photo on there of my dad. So I've done a pretend photo.
Okay, yeah.
Do you like my pretend photo?
It's marvellous.
It's quite good, isn't it?
It is. Again, though, if you're gifting, give the book, make the book up, give it as a blank and let somebody else fill it.
Yes.
You might be gifting someone that's not a crafter at all, so they wouldn't know where to start making the actual folio, but they would have all those memories, they would have all those photographs, the memorabilia. I'm thinking even little snippets of fabric from clothing and that sort of thing you could staple in there.
Yeah, you can put anything in there.
Oh.
You can put anything in there, Kathryn. That is the nice thing about it. I mean, I've found all sorts when I've been going through and sorting out the bags of stuff that I've got from my mum and dad. So yes, I've got my stamping platform and I'm going to bring in those large poppies.
Okay.
You know, the precious poppies, because they are just
beautiful.
Gorgeous and they are perfect for scrapbooking with the wording and everything. So I'm going to use I'm going to use this big one. Now, I wanted leaves to go with this, and this is again where Pink Frog's very good. The leaves in here I felt were a bit small.
Okay.
So I mixed and matched.
Oh, have you got that?
And I used the leaf from the chrysanthemum set.
That chrysanthemum is the most stunning
Oh, it's gorgeous.
stamp set ever.
It is absolutely gorgeous. But don't be afraid to mix and match your stamps. This is what I was trying to get across to people. Don't be afraid.
Well, lots and lots of people will already have the chrysanthemum because I remember the sellouts that we've had on that particular stamp set. If you've missed out on the poppies before, you can get them, and the details are on the screen. $14.95. You're getting 8 individual stamps there. 562526 is the item number. You can make a fabulous wreath with those as well.
Oh, you can. You can. And of course, when I've done this, like within the nostalgic scene or theme, the poppies just lend themselves to it. You know, yes, my dad wasn't in the war; he was only doing national service. But it's just perfect. I just felt it had to be the poppies that were going to be used. So I'm just stamping that down. Oh, let's miss that bit there.
Something like the front cover that you've done there as well, Dawn. I can imagine that framed, you know, in a little bit of a shadow box. So you've got the depth of the box, and having that, because you wouldn't want to hide that away. You'd want it on display because the memories. I don't know how you could put something together like that without being so emotional. I would be. I bet you were, weren't you?
Well, if anything,
put that together and feel emotional?
Well, I only lost my father a year ago.
Did you?
And my mum 3 years ago.
Oh.
And actually, if anything, it was interesting. I had a message from a lady between shows, and she's just lost her husband only 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
And if anything, I found I've taken comfort from it.
Oh.
You know, it's been quite nice to do this, and they used to love seeing me craft and love receiving my mini books and things.
Oh, how wonderful!
And I took quite a lot of comfort doing it. It was sort of quite therapeutic in a way. You know, I know not everyone's the same. I do understand that.
No, but one thing that we all have in common is I think we want to preserve those memories, don't we? We do want to make sure they're safe. We want to make sure that they are displayed perfectly. If you do have members of the family around or you want to show friends, you know, it's something that you can bring out and, you know, you can just flick through at your ease. Or if you sat there on your own one night, you just want to look and bring those memories back there. There's nothing better for me than looking at photographs and using those photographs in a way that you will never forget. You will never forget, and they're always there at your fingertips. This is why I think it's such a special way to bring a show to us today, Dawn.
Thank you, thank you. This is what it's all about, I think. we have all those photographs on phones, and yeah, we look at them, but then what?
Yeah.
We're not doing anything with them. And if anything, I think the last 18 months has taught a lot of us that family and friends are very important.
Definitely.
And celebrating occasions is very important. And I think this just brings that to life, you know, and it just makes it more important. I think gift giving this Christmas, you know, to do something like this that you're going to give to somebody, I think is just, as you say, you're giving your time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just very precious indeed. Now, I'm being very random colouring here. I'm not being precious, as you can see, about my colouring. I'm using our watercolour pencils.
Okay. Oh, these are a good brand, Staedtler.
They are. You'll find those on the Pink Frog brand shop. And I think they get some paper with it as well.
Oh, we'll see if we can find out about that. Don't miss out on those.
But you can see I'm not... This is watercolour, so I'm not being too precious about it. I know there'll be people out there that say, I don't do colouring, I don't do inking, I don't do colouring. You can still do this with pattern paper. You don't have to. But I want to show you how quickly this can come together just with this. And I'm not being very precious about the colouring, as you can see. And
what ink have you used there?
I have used the VersaFine Clear, and I haven't used black. I've used... Fallen Leaves. I very rarely use black now for stamping.
Do you know that's the same for a lot of people now, isn't it?
Yeah, I very rarely use black.
Ah. Oh, we found those watercolour details for you, everybody. Let's see if we can see a picture as well, perhaps. Yes, you do get some cardstock. There it is. So 24 of the pencils and 20 sheets of A4 card as well. So that's watercolour card, I presume, because it's a watercolour collection. I presume. £20.99. It's got to be, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just going in. This is just a water brush. Okay. And you'll see that your pencils do go a long way. So you can make your poppies as dark or as light as you like. And you would have seen Hazel on the shows with the poppy when they first got released. And she did them in all sorts of beautiful colours. They don't have to be red. But red lent itself to what I'm doing for this project, definitely. Definitely.
Do you know, I think if you are someone that says, I can't colour, go for the watercolour selection, because it's probably for me, if you're unsure about what to go for, because there's so many different markers and pencils, watercolour is the best place possibly to start.
It is. It's very forgiving. You don't have to have any special technique about it. You can make it darker. The other nice thing is I'm just going to let that dry a bit, and then I'm going to come in just with the pencils over the top as well. Okay. I'm just going to leave a little bit of a shadow there on that poppy.
Nice.
And I'm just going to get rid of that black ink. And again with the leaf, nothing special. I haven't coloured it with, like I would, you know, if I was doing alcohol pens, yes, I would be. But I'm not doing alcohol pens, I'm doing watercolour.
I think the most important thing is to remember to use the correct ink for stamping with. Something that's not going to react to the water.
And I always say correct ink, correct paper.
Yeah,
but then I've blown that out the park because we're using acid and lignin-free paper and not watercolour paper.
Yes, but you've proven already how much moisture it's taking.
Yes. You've seen it with the glycerin, you've seen it now with this. It's taken it to a different level. The next thing I would do, that's not quite dry, but what I like to do as well is to just add some more, which you can do with this. Okay, you can add some more shading over the top. So you can just
building those layers.
Building the layers up. And this is it. You can just keep playing with it. And if you're not happy with the first one, stamp it out again and have another go.
You've got the stamps, use them.
This is it.
Have fun colouring, practice makes perfect.
And you could do this with any of your Pink Frog stamps. It doesn't have to be the poppy one. As you say, the chrysanthemum one is just beautiful. It's a nice, big, open stamp again. So
poppies as well are perfect if you want to cut out individual petals and sort of make them more dimensional as well. So the top petals, perhaps, the ones that sit over the very top, you could make those dimensional, curl them a little bit with your tools. So, you know, it gives another perspective again, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Now, Dawn, I know you're going to cut those out. Oh, you've already got some prepared.
I have some, but I'll just cut those out.
I just want to say again, with the ivory cardstock, how well the red looks.
It does.
That would work just as perfectly with the white cardstock, but again, the softness, the warmth of the ivory works with the red.
It does. It does. This is why I've been really, I think Hazel the same, when she was doing hers. We were absolutely blown away with how it works, you know.
Don't forget the ivory, new today. It's a new colour for us today. It's £10.99 if you're going for the A4 sheet. So if you don't want to do lots of stamping, lots of techniques, basic card making, your album making, everything you want, it's there for you. 290 GSM 280294. Don't forget, when you do buy, of course, the folios in different sizes, well, the 12 by 12, you're going to get the true brown with the ivory there as well. And the instructions, don't forget, they are included. You don't have to be taping anything. You don't have to be watching Rewind to listen to sizes. You don't have to be jotting anything down. All those sizes are going to be available when you get your lovely bundle home because, yeah, you're going to get cracking straight away as well because I really do think this is going to become very addictive. I was talking about you this morning, actually, on the 8 o'clock show. We followed you on with the one-day special, and Leonie was using some of Janet Klein's fabulous stamps, and it was the dinosaurs and the wild animals and that sort of thing. And I thought, just straight away, I thought, because I've got a little grandson now, and I want to, he loves animals. And I thought, I would love to do one of Dawn's folios. Put his pictures in, but use those animals as well. And so for the cardstock, you know, I can stamp, I can cut out, I've got the pages, I can do the fold outs, the flaps, the pockets, it's all there.
This is it. It hasn't, you know, yes, I'm sort of doing the vintage nostalgia look, but yes, the photos of today are your photos of tomorrow. How about documenting each year of his life? Yeah. You know, I did it for one of my nephews a few years back, and I gave his parents a scrapbook with all the papers, and I've said, Mummy and Daddy must send me a picture every month. And then I did a whole year of his life and then gave it to him the following Christmas. Aww. So there's so many nice things you can do. And this is it. It doesn't have to be just about old pictures. It can be about new pictures.
Do you know what? You've just said something as well, and I won't go into any sort of details, but I didn't find out about my little grandson until he was well, he's almost 18 months now. So I've missed out on those early years. And one of the ideas I had was to put an album together from me with my photos in, my likes and dislikes, put that together so I could gift it to him. So in the future, you can learn about me for the times that, you know, we might not have been able to see each other.
This is it. This is it. Totally. There's so many uses, I think, for these. Definitely. You know, before we lost my dad, we took him on a trip down memory lane. So we actually went into London and we found all the addresses and houses my mum and dad had lived at.
Really?
We went and we found the old dance hall where they met, which is it still is a dance studio.
Oh my goodness.
We went to the church they got married in. You know, we did the whole lot. So we were so pleased as a family that we'd done that with him. And it was lovely.
I've got goosebumps.
And I took so many pictures, but I said to my husband, I want to do us now. Yeah. Because otherwise that memory's going to be gone. Yeah. You know, this is the thing.
And as you say, things change, buildings change. I mean, there's old buildings within Doncaster, my hometown, you know, that have been changed into various things, old picture halls and that, pulled down. And it's like, make the most of those buildings, find those photos, take those memories, take pictures of people outside those buildings. It could be anything, it could be a field. You know, when you used to walk your dogs, I mean, Leonie loves particular fields to walk her dogs. You know, take those pictures and keep them precious.
Yes, because as you say, they could be gone. Where my mum was born was actually bombed during the war, and it's been rebuilt, but it's not the same houses at all, obviously. So that was the only one that we couldn't find. Oh. You know, we found the roads, but not the house. Oh, wow. But you can see how this is being built up. And I'm just shaping, again, the cardstock, just shaping it with my bone folder, just to give it a little bit of a lift, making it look lifelike, and those poppies, they just pop.
They are beautiful.
They just pop,
Do you know,
don't
even
they?
with your pretend photo there, Dawn, that is exquisite. It really is.
But look how quickly it's coming together, Kathryn.
It
It
is,
hasn't got to be hard
It's
work.
gorgeous.
Anybody can achieve this. This is the thing. Anybody can have a go. And I would glue this down with silicone 3D glue, because that is acid free again. So I know I'm safe. So when I'm happy with where everything is.
While we're talking glue, you
yes.
may be getting onto it anyway, but just because we were so busy in the early hour with the photo glue, and we did sell out, it's back on extended, so we have got it. Why is that glue so important, Dawn?
Shall I show you?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes. Right. So that's sort of that idea finished, so you can see where we're
Wonderful.
going with that.
I've not rushed you off there, have
No,
I?
no.
Because you didn't know I was going to say that.
I could glue it
about
all
the glue.
down, but
okay.
You've seen a finished one. We don't need to
Okay.
be gluing that down. But yes, I am quite passionate about photo glue, Kathryn. You can probably tell. So, photo glue. I'm going to open this out.
Look at this inside. I haven't seen inside this one yet.
Yes.
Busy on that photo glue. A quarter. The extended stock is already gone. 11.97, 272, 177. There is something about old photographs that absolutely intrigues me. It doesn't matter whether I know where they're from, who they are on the pictures. It really doesn't matter, because every single picture tells a story, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And I've been really fortunate enough that some of the pictures have got things written on the back. And if you're anybody out there who's got parents still around and photos, grandparents, get talking to them. Write on the back of those photos what they are, because before you blink, the time's gone, and then it's
such a good idea.
I wish I'd asked them. I wish I knew who that was. And that's it. It's that memory's gone.
Yeah.
So this morning I stuck a picture down. Right?
Okay.
The nice thing about the photo glue, let me bring my little ensemble across. This is your photo glue. It's in a different tube. It's in a metal tube.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like your silicone glue that you have to squeeze right to the end and create the seal. This is runnier.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, your photo glue is brilliant for lots of things, not just photographs. So, how about little tickets? This is from 1961. My dad used to enter photo competitions, and he was picking up one photo. Oh, wow. So if I just popped that in a pocket, it's going to get lost.
Yeah.
I put that on with photo glue on the acid and lignin-free True Black. I know that's preserved. Nothing else is going to happen to it. It's already got a little bit damaged, but nothing else is going to happen to that now. Handmade mulberry paper. I put a dab in each corner, but you can hardly see it.
Do you know, if you hadn't put your finger where you did just then, I don't think I'd have
You would
even
have seen it,
spotted
would you?
that.
No. And again with vellum.
Lovely.
Now, a friend of mine,
fast, you can see it.
a friend of mine did try it with true parchment, and actually it doesn't work with true parchment. Right. So she did try it out for me. I did ask her. I did try it out. So thank you, Kathryn, but no, that didn't work.
Okay.
But photographs, it does. Newspaper prints.
Now that's a handy one to know, because we often save cuttings from newspapers, don't we?
Well, if I bring this in, this was me when I was 8.
Is that?
Yes. Anyway, so this was me.
Oh my goodness, Dawn, look at that.
And my mum stuck this onto a bit of cardboard, bless her. But you, like sellotape, it's damaged it.
Yeah.
You see, that has damaged that already. If it was stuck correctly, that's not going to get damaged. So you're not going to lose that. And that's why it's so important.
Oh, well, you really ate there.
Yes! I'm putting that one away quick. But we're talking about the photographs.
Yeah.
Now, I stuck this one on this morning. Doesn't matter when you stick it on. The nice thing with photo glue, you can remove it. I'm not tearing my photograph. I'm not tearing the cardstock.
And look, you can see what's written on the back there as well.
So because my father had written on the back of this, and I will be photographing this to pop in that pocket as memorabilia to go with the event. But the beauty of it is, I'm confident I can stick that on with there, because as you saw, I can just take it off.
So once you've
No
taken that off, if
problem.
you want to stick back on again, it's just a little bit more glue.
You just put a little bit more glue.
And is it just a small amount? Will it hold nice and fast? You don't have
I
to soak
tend
it?
to go around the edge. It's a lot runnier, as you will see.
Yeah.
It's quite runny.
Yeah, you can see you're not really squeezing the tube
Okay,
as
I'm not
such.
really, don't squeeze your tube because it
No,
will come flying out and you'll waste it. But I'm not really squeezing it, but I can stick that back down. I could put in my journaling that Dad's handwriting is under that picture.
Oh.
But that picture now I know is being preserved. It's in acid-free and lignin paper,
Yeah.
glue, and my photo
Yeah.
glue. That is now preserved.
Oh, you do need that glue.
You do.
Grab it while we've got... I can't get over the price because you're getting 3 of those.
You are getting
Half
3.
the extended stock has already gone, $11.97. Wow, that's a lot of glue. And you, as Donna's just explained there, you don't need to oversoak this. Don't squeeze the tube. Don't waste more than you need. But that is just wonderful to have in your stash, isn't it? We'll have a very, very quick recap, if we may, because we are so busy. Now, we've got 2 different colours when it comes to our 12 by 12 folio selection here. So we've got the true brown and the true ivory. New colour with that ivory, don't forget, $23.99. You can make up to 4 albums, remember, because if you're extending using some of your scrapbook pages, your favourite papers, you can certainly extend that to get 4 albums out. How much has gone, Ross? 3/4 of the stock has now gone on the true brown and the true ivory. 429219 is the item number. And then, of course, we do have the black and white for you as well. I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. We all do it. We all have those papers that we don't want to use, or we're saving them for something really, really special. And it's you build a stash, don't you? And it's not until you get your cardstock home and you might think, oh, I'm going to use this one. This is my favourite. But when you put it next to the brown and the ivory, it doesn't look quite right because the black and the white would have been better and vice versa. So if you can afford to go for 2 sets, go for one of the brown with the ivory and go for one of the black with the white, because you will definitely use them all. And don't forget, you can use your inks and things as well. 177925 is the item number, just $23.99 again. Don't forget those instructions for all those sizes, the folds, they're all included with your kit. You really will be coming back for more, I'm sure of that. Dawn, we've got about 5 minutes left. What else can we see?
Right, shall I do a little bit of inking with masking on here,
yes,
just
please.
to share with
Yeah.
you? So, let's just bring this on here. So I'm just using my platform again. This is one of the elements from the book we made this morning.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my poppy stamps, the large one. I just love these. I really do
They are
love
beautiful,
these.
aren't they? I adore how you've decorated the inside of your folio as well, because I'd only seen the outside cover earlier on.
Ah.
And the size of those stamps works so perfectly because you've got the larger and you've got the smaller ones.
You have. And I'm going to go in again with the fallen leaves.
Yeah.
So I've got that brown look. And the nice thing with these platforms is you can get your 12 by 12 in. That's
Yes,
another
because
good
you've got those
thing.
open edges, haven't you?
Because you've got those open edges. Right, so that one's done. Of course, make yourself masks. Mask it is absolutely, should be in your craft stash.
Yeah.
Definitely should be in your craft stash. So I'm going to pop.
We have got that available. We're going to bring the details up. You get 10 sheets, only $9.99, reusable to a certain extent anyway.
Oh, yes.
It's one of those, how long is a piece of string, isn't it?
Yes.
You can't say exactly how many times, because it will depend on the medium you use over the top. But yeah, great price again, $976,569.
In fact, I'm going to do another one of those just here. So I'm going over the top. So I'm going to then take that image and do again. So I'll put my masket down.
Yeah.
So that means that ink's not going to be there. So it's letting you have your layers. This is letting you have your creativity. Okay. And then I have got another mask of that, which I'm going to peel off here very carefully. And this is the nice thing, those books that Hazel bought us to make, you may have seen the videos on our Facebook group. And if you aren't a member of the Pink Frog Inspirations Facebook group, please do.
Oh, yes.
Because we've
Make sure
reached
you do.
a milestone membership. So if you go on there and just leave a comment and like, there's going to be a draw at the end of the month for a £25 voucher for anything off the Pink Frog website.
How wonderful.
So, yeah, get your name down.
Yeah, and better than that, you will get so much inspiration.
You will.
Really, I mean, you've got such a
The
good team
design
together.
teams are on there. You know, other people are putting their ideas on there. There's so much on there. It's lovely.
Okay, doing well for time done. We've got just under 3 minutes left.
So we're going to pop that onto there. Okay.
Beautiful.
So then if I take my mask, if I'm going to leave my masks on, we're going to do a bit of dusting over the top, I think, before I remove it, Kathryn.
Okay.
So I'm going to get my mask for my big one.
Yeah.
If I can get that off there. Because I just want to share with you as well how much this will take the, like dusting of other ink, if you like.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pop that one on there.
Lovely.
And then let's take this off here, as we always do, because there's far too much.
2 minutes.
There's far too much to show. Another thing with your masket, I know it's brilliant for your stamps and to fussy cut round them. And the nice thing now with the original poppy set, there are dies now to go with the original poppy sets. You don't have to fussy cut round. Yes, yes. So just check out the Pink Frog brand shop. And then again, use your dies.
Yeah.
Using your dies. So I'm just going to take that off the page.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to bring just some Distress Oxide up this time in a faded jeans.
Lovely stuff. Oh, it's such a lovely colour.
It is a lovely colour, isn't it? And then I'm just going to do some dusting. That might not look a lot, but it is.
Would you recommend a brush when you're using the masket? Because if you're using a dauber and you're going sort of in a circular motion, are you more likely to catch the masket edges?
No, because your edges, I haven't got them all stuck down properly, but no, you can stick them all down properly. You
so
can
just
stick,
make sure that the edges are... Yeah,
I just wanted a lighter,
okay,
sort of subtle look, if you like. Okay.
We're into the last minute, Dawn.
Oh.
Would you believe it? You don't come here often enough. We need to see you back very, very soon. Do you know when you're back
You
again?
will. I will be back at the end of October.
Will you?
And
well, that sounds like ages away, but I know it isn't really.
It's not. And I'm going to be doing a card show.
Oh, we shall look forward to that. Oh, let's do the
doing a
reveal,
card
Dawn.
show.
We're into the last 45 seconds.
So
wow,
look,
now
just
you can see that.
taking that off. But I would stamp over the top of that. I could bring in some of the texture stamps that we've got. But look, then that's ready for me to colour like I did with the other one. As soon as you've peeled away
that masket, Dawn, if you can hold that to the front camera so we can see it as we're being counted out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Then use those watercolours. Check out those pencils with the watercolour. Make sure you're checking out your baskets on the cardstock, on the folio collections. We've got A4, we've got everything. Dawn, thank you so, so much.
Thank you, Kathryn.
Can't wait for the end of October to see Dawn back again. Stay with us though, more to come. Lots